Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by these fine sponsors. Hear Rich's forecast hourly on these Blue Water Broadcasting radio stations.
Hey, good morning, everybody. How are you on this Wednesday morning? It is the 4th day of October, 4 o'clock in the morning. My name is Rich. I've been a busy boy over the last few hours putting together some important graphics for you on this video. I'm glad you're here. As you probably know, we could have some tropical trouble in the Gulf of Mexico by this weekend. In fact, the chances are really increasing quite a bit. Invest 90L in the Caribbean could become tropical storm. Well, first tropical depression, then tropical storm Nate, and then maybe Hurricane Nate. And where it goes, there's a lot of model disagreement on that. A lot of the spaghetti models, as you'll see in a moment, point in our general direction. That's not good, but some are to the left, some are to the right, and a crucial player will be a cold front approaching, all right? So let me walk you through the details, and you can feel free to share this video, all right? Here we go. That red cone from the National Hurricane Center indicates the area of development. 80% chance on 90L, perhaps the future Nate, as it moves from the Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico. So this is what we're looking at this morning, a very disorganized area out there in the Western Caribbean. The Air Force Reconnaissance will be out there checking it today. We may have a tropical depression in the next 24 to 48 hours. This is the spaghetti models, and you see too many of the lines point directly at us, but they're all over the place. So let's go through some of the global models. Now, the U.S. model is farthest to the west. It goes to, let's say, New Orleans, Biloxi, up towards Tuscaloosa, and then farther north. The European is farthest east, and it's been the model that's been best so far this year. It goes to the Big Bend area of Florida, maybe between Apalachicola and Cedar Keys, and then into the Gulf of Mexico. The Canadian model splits the difference. It likes that blue line there. You see Mobile, Montgomery, farther to the northeast. So it's in the middle. So let's walk through the models as we go through the day. Today, warmer, nice breeze. I think we're in the mid to upper 80s today. As we look at tomorrow, I think we're in the upper 80s at least. And then you see at the bottom, maybe a tropical depression, tropical storm starting to edge into the picture as we get into 7 p.m. Friday. A hotter day Friday for us, but we are still dry. Now, let's look at the weekend. This is a concerning image, right? Showing a tropical storm or a hurricane out there dominating the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Again, this is the European model moving northward. And then by 7 o'clock on Sunday morning, it has maybe a hurricane coming into between Apalachicola and Cedar Key, somewhere in that vicinity. We would be on the good side of the storm on the European scenario. The easier side, I should say. And then it goes into Georgia, 7 p.m. on Sunday night, and this is Monday morning into central Georgia and moving on northeastward. Picked up by a cold front, by the way. More on that in a moment. Now, this is the GFS showing less of an effect from the cold front. It shows the system coming into Louisiana at 7 a.m. on Sunday morning, several hundred miles to the west of the European. It puts us on the rougher side of the storm, the tornado side, and it takes it through north central and northeastern Mississippi and maybe western Alabama before it goes into Tennessee and Kentucky. Here's 7 a.m. Tuesday morning on the European, showing the cold front sweeping through the state, carrying the system out into the middle Atlantic coast by then. For us today, we're looking for a mostly sunny day. I think we're at least 86, maybe a little higher. Tonight's low 64, nice easterly breeze today. Upper 80s tomorrow, flirting with 90 on Friday and Saturday. I think we're still dry, but clouds increase Saturday. And then, of course, Sunday and Monday is all up in the air, if you'll excuse the pun, as we continue to watch the future of what will become Nate. Now, the Nate effect has temperatures knocked down a few degrees Sunday. And then behind the cold front, you see Wednesday, some nice air back behind that front. So that's what's going to be in our future for the next several days. And then the GFS numbers showing some really nice temperatures later on next week, late week, as the effect of the cold front begins to take hold here in our area. This is the anniversary of Hurricane Opal, another Gulf storm that raced northward on this date. It was a Category 3 when it came ashore. It was a full-fledged hurricane when it was right over Montgomery with winds gusting over 90 miles per hour during the 10 o'clock news that night. I'll never forget that. So Hurricane Opal, very interesting that we have an anniversary today as we continue to look nervously down into what could happen in the Gulf of Mexico this weekend. Boy, I hope you have our weather app on your phone. It's going to come in very handy over the next few days. Stay on top of the tropics, stay on top of the 10-day forecast, and a whole lot more radar, future radar, Get it now and tell your friends about it. It's free in the App Store. All you have to do is search Rich Thomas Weather. So we'll continue to watch this very carefully. This is important stuff. Let me make a comment about the models, and what you're seeing on this particular video is the models trying to forecast a system that hasn't even developed. You follow me? In other words, once the system develops and we get recon data in, the models are going to get smarter and better, all right? There'll be another post for you late this afternoon with the latest model information, and we'll see if we have any recon into the storm later on today. There'll be another video for you, very important, tomorrow morning at 4:45 a.m. I'll be up early. And I will be live on the radio this morning from 6 to 9 on News Talk 93.1, of course. Hope you join us. And your forecast, whenever you want it, across the dial, twice an hour on 8 radio stations. That's the Blue Water family of stations. Have a good day. We'll keep you up to date. I'll see you later, okay?
Rich Thomas Weather.